234,000 Tucsons were sold last year. The RAV4 sold nearly double that, at 475,000 units. Combined, that is over 700,000 Americans who stood on a dealership lot, looked at both of these vehicles, and had to make a choice, and most of them got it wrong. Not because one of these is a bad car. Both of them are excellent, but one of them is significantly better in ways that most comparison reviews never mention, and the other one has a hidden weakness that will cost you thousands of dollars in the long run, that nobody talks about because it is bad for business. Today, I am giving you the comparison that the dealerships do not want you to see. No sponsorships, no bias, no "they're both great, go test drive them" cop-out answer. By the end of this video, you will know exactly which one deserves your money. And the answer is going to surprise a lot of people. Let's start with the biggest change that most buyers do not even know about. For 2026, Toyota did something radical. They killed the gas-only RAV4, gone. Completely eliminated. Every single 2026 RAV4 sold in America is now a hybrid or a plug-in hybrid. There is no longer a traditional gas engine option. This is a massive shift, and it changes the entire comparison. The base 2026 RAV4 starts at $31,900 and comes standard with a 2.5, 5-liter 4-cylinder paired with an electric motor, producing 226 combined horsepower. Every trim, every version. Hybrid standard, no upcharge. The 2026 Tucson takes a different approach. The base model starts at $29,200, with a traditional 2.5-liter gas engine making 187 horsepower. No electric motor, no hybrid, just gas. If you want the Tucson Hybrid, you pay extra. It bumps up to around $34,000 to $35,000 for the SEL Hybrid. So here is the first critical question. Is the RAV4 standard hybrid worth the higher starting price? The RAV4 Hybrid delivers 47 miles per gallon in the city and 40 on the highway. The base gas Tucson gets 26 in the city and 33 on the highway. That is a massive gap, nearly 20 miles per gallon difference in the city. Now let's talk about something most comparison reviews skip entirely. The actual driving experience. The RAV4 uses a continuously variable transmission, a CVT. If you have never driven a car with a CVT, here is what you need to know. It does not shift like a traditional transmission. It slides between ratios smoothly, which is great for fuel economy but can feel strange during acceleration. Many drivers describe it as rubber banding. You press the gas, the engine revs up loudly, but I can tell you that in every focus group and owner survey I have seen, the Tucson gets higher marks for driving feel than the RAV4. Toyota prioritized efficiency. Hyundai prioritized the experience. Neither is wrong, but you need to know which one matters more to you before you sign. Now, the interior. And this is where the Tucson pulls ahead in a way that is hard to ignore. The 2026 Tucson has a dual 12.3-inch curved panoramic display that stretches across the dashboard. It looks like it belongs in a car costing $15,000 more. It is one continuous screen, crisp, modern, and genuinely impressive. The RAV4 takes a more traditional approach. 2 separate screens, a 12.3-inch infotainment display, and a smaller digital instrument cluster. Functional, but it does not have the same premium feel. Toyota has always prioritized function over flash, and that shows here. Both have wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Both have navigation. Both have decent sound systems, but sitting inside both vehicles back-to-back, the Tucson feels like a 2026 car. The RAV4 feels like a well-built 2024 car. And then there is space. The Tucson is more spacious than most people expect. It has 80.3 cubic feet of total cargo space with the rear seats folded. The RAV4 offers 69.7. That is over 10 cubic feet more in the Tucson. For context, 10 cubic feet is roughly the size of 3 large suitcases. When you are loading for a family road trip, that difference matters. Rear legroom in the Tucson is 41.3 inches. The RAV4 gives you 37.8 inches. That is 3.5 inches less. If you regularly carry adults in the back seat, they will notice. Now, here is the part that makes this comparison genuinely difficult. Because we need to talk about the two things the RAV4 does better than the Tucson, and they are both significant. Number 1. Resale value. Toyota has built a reputation for reliability over decades, and the used car market reflects that. A RAV4 loses approximately 30% of its value over 5 years. The Tucson loses approximately 45 to 47%. That is a $6,000 difference in your pocket when you go to trade in or sell. This is the number that changes the entire math of the purchase. The Tucson is cheaper to buy. The RAV4 is cheaper to own. And over 5 years, the RAV4's resale advantage can erase the Tucson's lower starting price entirely. Number 2. Towing capacity. The 2026 RAV4 can tow up to 3,500 pounds with all-wheel drive. The Tucson Hybrid tops out at 2,000 pounds. If you tow a boat, a camper, jet skis, or a utility trailer, the RAV4 gives you significantly more capability. For most compact SUV buyers, this does not matter, but for the ones who need it, it is a deal breaker. Let's talk about safety for a moment, because both of these vehicles take it seriously, but in different ways. The Tucson comes standard with Hyundai Smart Sense, which includes forward collision avoidance, lane keeping assist, lane following assist, driver attention warning, and high beam assist. On the SEL and above, you also get blind spot monitoring, rear cross traffic alert, and safe exit warning, which alerts you if a car is approaching when you open your door. The RAV4 comes standard with Toyota Safety Sense 3.0, which includes a pre-collision system, dynamic radar cruise control, lane departure alert, lane tracing assist, and automatic high beams. Both systems are comprehensive and both vehicles have earned top safety ratings. The Tucson earned a top safety pick plus from the IIHS. The RAV4 also earned strong safety marks across the board. 7 Hyundai models received 5-star NHTSA overall safety ratings, and the Tucson is one of them. You really cannot go wrong with either vehicle on safety. But here is a detail that matters for families. The Tucson's rear seat is wider and has more legroom. Installing car seats in the Tucson is noticeably easier because of the extra space. Multiple automotive outlets have named the Tucson one of the best compact SUVs for car seats. If you have young children, this is not a minor detail. Now let's talk about pricing in a way that actually makes sense, because sticker prices are misleading. The base gas Tucson SE starts at $29,200. The base RAV4 LE starts at $31,900. That is a $2,700 gap at the entry level. But remember, that base RAV4 is a hybrid. The base Tucson is gas only. If you want the Tucson Hybrid SEL with all-wheel drive, you are looking at $34,000 to $35,000. The RAV4 XLE with all-wheel drive sits around $36,000 to $37,000. At the hybrid-to-hybrid comparison, the price gap narrows to about $2,000. And here is where incentives matter. Hyundai regularly offers 0% financing for 60 months and cashback rebates on the Tucson. Toyota's incentives tend to be less aggressive because the RAV4 sells itself. Check both manufacturer websites the same week you plan to buy. The Tucson's incentives can effectively close the price gap or even flip it in Hyundai's favor. Now, let's talk about the thing the Tucson does better than any other compact SUV on the market. And it is the single biggest reason to choose it over the RAV4. The warranty. Hyundai offers a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty. Toyota offers 5 years, 60,000 miles. That is double the coverage. If your engine or transmission fails at 70,000 miles, Hyundai covers it. Toyota does not. For a lot of buyers, especially those who keep their cars for 7 to 10 years, this warranty is worth thousands of dollars in peace of mind. A single engine repair can cost $3,000 to $5,000. A transmission replacement can cost $4,000 to $7,000. The Tucson's warranty covers all of that for twice as long as the RAV4. And here is an important data point that surprises a lot of people. J.D. Power gave the 2025 Tucson a reliability score of 85 out of 100, placing it in the great category. The 2025 RAV4 scored 80 out of 100, which is average. Toyota's reputation says one thing, The actual data says something slightly different. So let me give you the final verdict. And I am going to be as honest as possible, because that is what this channel is about. If you prioritize resale value and long-term ownership cost, buy the RAV4. Toyota's resale advantage is real, documented, and significant. Over 5 years, it will save you more money on the back end than you saved on the Tucson's lower purchase price. If you prioritize interior quality, technology, space, driving feel, and warranty coverage, buy the Tucson Hybrid. You get a nicer interior, a bigger cabin, a better driving experience, a more modern infotainment system, and a warranty that is literally twice as long. If you are buying the base model and want the lowest possible monthly payment, the gas Tucson starts $2,700 lower than the base RAV4, but you will pay that difference back in fuel costs within 2 years. So the gas Tucson is not actually cheaper. It just feels cheaper on the lot. If you want my personal recommendation, and you are the type of person who keeps their car for 7 to 10 years, buy the Tucson SEL Hybrid. Here is why. You get the better interior. You get the bigger cargo space. You get 3.5 more inches of rear legroom. You get the driving feel of a real transmission. You get fuel economy within 3 miles per gallon of the RAV4. And you get a warranty that covers you for 100,000 miles instead of 60,000. The RAV4 will be worth more when you sell it, but you will enjoy the Tucson more while you drive it. And with that warranty protecting you for an extra 5 years, the math works out closer than most people think. If you are the type of person who trades in every 3 to 4 years, buy the RAV4. The resale value advantage makes it the smarter financial choice for short-term ownership. That is the honest truth. No bias, no sponsor, just the data and the driving experience laid out for you to make your own decision. If this helped you, subscribe. I am comparing every major Hyundai model against its competition this year, plus covering hidden features, maintenance secrets, and money-saving tips every week. And if you are leaning toward the Tucson after watching this, I made a complete buying guide breaking down every trim, the dealer scams to avoid, and how to save $3,000 to $5,000 at the dealership. Watch that right here.